And now it's time for some ads.
Is it though?
It's always time for some ads. If it'll fucking play the ads, come on.
It doesn't even say we're online yet.
There we go.
Buy.
There we
I
go.
don't know, whatever we're trying to sell you through ads, buy it.
Hmm.
It's
good for ya.
for me. It's a Sonic.
Go to Sonic. I fucking love Sonic.
Dude, I'm all down for Sonic.
Have you heard about?
Oh, now it's us.
The new
Oh, nope, it's a Sonic ad. It's a
What was I
2
gonna
ad.
say about Sonic?
It's a
Something
milkshake
important.
Sonic. Is that an Oreo milkshake? That
Something
sounds
about
fucking delicious.
Sonic.
So I was driving back from LA to Arizona, and I stopped and we saw a Sonic. It's the most cursed thing I've ever seen. It was a Sonic, but it wasn't like a drive up area. It was a building. They didn't have a drive through. There was just like the carports. It was just a fucking inside Sonic.
What the
And
fuck?
when I went in, I felt like I went to a different dimension. It felt wrong.
That sounds
That
like
that doesn't sound good.
No.
It
But
was a bit
anyway,
cursed. Are we here? Oh shit.
we're here. We're here. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 45 of the Penultimate Game Show. Today's
Fucking hell.
topics are there's a crap ton of topics today, so strap in.
Big game topics. Big game.
Big game topics. Konami's making games again. Bluepoint finally gets acquired by Sony, and of course, the last Smash character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is revealed. But before we get into our discussion, we've got a little housekeeping. If you're watching on YouTube, consider dropping a like and a sub, and don't forget to hit the notifications. Hit the bell to get notifications for all of our shows, like this show, the Penultimate Game Show, the Cross Media Show, Anime Nation, Stats on Stats, and the Marvel Mondays initiative. If you're watching on Twitch and have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, which means you have one free sub to give out. And, we'd love it if you give it to us. But if you can't, that's fine. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Ruben Guerrero, the director of the channel. And of course, as always, I am joined by the anime/manga expert and my co-host, Ryan Smith. Ryan, how are we doing today?
Doing good. Better than good. Today is an amazing day in gaming. The gods have rained down upon us today in a holy way. We'll get to it though.
We'll get to it. Today's guests are... Hold on, give me a sec. Let me look at this. The Lit RPG Master, Richey Stevens. Richie, how's it going?
It's going. We had a good day, and since you called me the Lit RPG Master, I had a new book drop today. The Good Guys Book 11 on Audible, so I've been listening to that all day.
Nice.
Yeah.
And finally, the man who knows everything about JRPGs and fighting games, John Rivera. John, how's it going?
I've been having some weird thoughts lately. Like, are video games for real or not? This week has been very good for people who have my specific taste in video games specifically. It's been crazy. I've been really excited about lots of stuff going on.
As someone who shares a lot of very similar tastes with John, it has been a very good week.
It's been okay.
As a third person who shares a lot of similar tastes with John.
Listen.
Oh, also, John, happy Metroid Week.
I'm so ready. My GameStop deducted money from my bank account today, so my special edition should be coming in soon. So we get here earlier than later.
Fingers
Fingers
crossed.
crossed.
So, gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about, and not a lot of time. Let's get into some streaming/podcast updates. We do not have a slew of shows this week. I'm sorry. Ryan is doing Anime Nation this week. Ryan, you just told us on Thursday. Is that correct?
Yes, I will be doing a episode on that very cool Star Wars Visions that came out.
Oh, hell
nice.
yeah.
All right, cool. Who's going to be joining you?
We got Richie, possibly. We got John, so maybe the same crew here. John can't make it. Well, probably one of the usual people we usually have on.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Cool. Of course, Christian has been working on another video essay, and he sent me a clip of it the other day, and it hit my nostalgia really hard. So stay tuned for that. That's coming real soon. And unfortunately, well, it's not really unfortunately. Fortunately, I spoiled myself with the Venom and Back for Carnage, Back for Blood.
Venom, Let There Be
Let there
Carnage.
be carnage.
God. Venom, Let There Be Carnage, end credit scene. So my Spider-Man No Way Home trailer deep dive has to be pushed until I see this fucking movie, which is a travesty.
I have to see it too now, don't I?
I can't answer that for you. You're gonna have to figure that out yourself,
I'm
John.
gonna go see it literally when I'm done with this podcast.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ooh. Oh, that's
I've already
why
seen it.
it's
Yeah.
hard out.
So I'll probably watch this tomorrow, this shitty ass movie tomorrow, and we'll see what happens with this deep dive.
Me and Ruben are going with the same energy to this movie.
I mean, sure.
God damn it.
I'm probably gonna rent it several months later because I've been like doing a
John,
MCU rewatch.
John, I'm gonna be real honest with you. This is the worst movie that man has ever made.
I'm not looking forward to
This
it.
isn't the Dark Knight, Ruben. God damn
It
it.
just made enough money that I know. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the secret post-credit scene people are talking about, but it made enough money that I feel like Sony's going to be like, now you have to put Venom next to Tom Holland on a poster at some point.
Will that ever happen, John? We'll find out in a couple months when you watch the movie. But until then,
Refilmed parts of Spider-Man.
we're gonna have to wait. Christian streamed Jet the Far Shore today, so be sure to check it out on our YouTube channel tomorrow. It'll probably go up like around 6 o'clock Eastern, 6 a.m. Eastern. So feel free to check that out. For now, let's get into what we've been playing recently. Ryan, let's start off with you. What have you been up to?
Oh, well, let's see here. This weekend played nothing but Halo. Played Halo for this fucking hours upon hours and hours. God, I've not been that into a first-person shooter in a long-ass time.
Feels good to be alive, doesn't it?
It slaps. God, that game slaps hard. The new guns are amazing.
Oh my god, tell me about it.
The Commando, holy shit, the Commando's good.
The fact that you can freaking hook shot or slingshot, whatever the hell the thing is, grapple shot onto a freaking ghost.
Or a
Are
banshee.
you kidding me?
I
Or a
saw
banshee?
a clip of that on the internet.
It's
That was really
fucking
cool.
nuts,
Yeah,
man.
Mario Rivera posted about it.
All I've been doing, all I did this past weekend was just grapple shot onto ghosts.
That's funny because I'm not a big Battlefield guy.
Ah,
I was playing nothing but Slayer. That's where I live and breathe.
okay. All right.
It's just 4v4 team shooting Slayer capture the flag.
Okay. I've also been doing capture the flag. I've gotten really into capture the flag.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's very fun. I'm very excited to get back into it December 8th. Richie, what have you been playing?
That's me. I've been playing more of the Diablo 2 remastered. Neo the World Ends With You. A little Smash Bros here and there because, I had to get hyped for the Smash Bros reveal this week.
I mean, was it a really hype reveal?
Super Metroid. I've been playing Super Metroid. Oh, and the Castlevania Advance Collection because holy shit is it good.
Okay, cool. John, what have you been playing recently?
So on a whim, I picked up Melty Blood Type Lumina because a bunch of fighting game players on my Twitter feed were really into it. It is a fighting game spin-off of a visual novel called Tsukihime. You may not recognize that, but that visual novel is made by a company called Type Moon, which made a visual novel called Fate Stay Night, which is now a really big anime series of franchises. Ryan's gesturing to his figures there. So Fate Stay Night, one of the main characters is someone called Saber, who turns out her real identity is she is female King Arthur, but an anime waifu. And she is in Melty Blood as a guest character, so that's what I've been playing. So I was playing with that, and that's a really fun fighting game. Yeah. Yeah, she's just like, oh, did I hit you with the very tip of my sword? I can get a full combo off that, no problem. Sucks to be you, I guess. And then I've also been going through No More Heroes. I beat No More Heroes 1 last night. Still holds up for what it is, which is a kind of shitty open world game with a really, really, really awesome action game and boss fights in the sides. and I'm gonna be going through No More Heroes 2 probably after we're done today. And then after the Smash Direct, I was at my friend's house because I have cool friends who two of them took off work to watch the Smash Direct, and then after the Smash Direct finished, we were like, "All right, time to play the new Smash Brothers game, Nickelodeon Battle All-Star Brawl." So we played like 5 hours of Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and it's pretty good.
It's fun. I played it last night.
But
Me and my friends and my roommates are hosting a tournament for it with our friend group
Nice.
this weekend.
Oh, nice.
question, who'd you main though, John? That's the real question.
I was just messing around with every character, just kind of get a feel for everyone. I'm more into Cartoon Network stuff than Nickelodeon stuff. So
Smart
I was
guy.
like, anyone's fair game for me. I'm not too picky, but I was leaning towards Zim. He uses Gur as like a puppet character. Like he'll drop Gur and Gur will just walk forward, but he can also press buttons to change the way Gur walks. And I was also enjoying Toph because she just has really long range moves. Like she can't do anything in the air, but one of her smash attack equivalents,
Smash attack that goes
she
like
just
that.
makes a giant wall and it smacks forward. And like if you use it like on the corner of the stage, people just can't get on the stage. They just can't.
Okay,
That's awesome.
cool. I guess I know who I'm meaning, and I was about to say Smash.
Avatar Aang.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. That's the actual-
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
I've been really digging Nigel.
Nigel Thornberry,
pretty-
of course.
Yeah.
That's who everybody's been digging.
Smashing.
So I've heard. Oh, God.
Slashing.
Oh, I thought you meant that's who everybody's been smashing. And I was gonna say, oh God. Oh boy. I have been playing nothing but Halo this past weekend just because I needed to fix. I got very frustrated because the people that I was getting teamed up with just really suck at capture the flag, and I hated it. I hated it so goddamn much. But other than that, I don't think I've been playing anything else. I just played a round of Knockout City Season 3, which was it's okay.
I got one last thing to say on Halo before we move on.
Go for it.
And that is, this is a testament to just how well this game plays and feels. Is me and my friend were playing it in my living room, passing off the controller of like every kill, like old school style.
Yeah.
By that play session, everybody who was in the house was in a circle passing the controller just because of how good that game felt to play.
It feels
So-
really good.
Is there going to be another beta before launch?
No,
Wouldn't surprise me.
I don't think so.
I think they may change it one more time.
You think
Remember,
so?
the multiplayer is free to play. Period.
Yes.
Yeah,
Even
day
if
one,
you don't have
multiplayer's free.
Game Pass, you can play multiplayer.
You can get it on Steam.
No, even if you don't have Game Pass, it's free.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited.
So it's time for our first news story of the day. I don't know why I got caught up on that. Pokemon Legends Arceus map is looking less likely to be a fully open world. And you know what, guys? I'm totally fine with this. I have no
Yeah,
problem
same.
with
Okay
this
with
at all. I'm pulling this from IGN. The author of this is going to be Logan Plant. Apparently, Joe Merrick from Sarah B, which if you don't know what Sarah B is, I'm revoking your Pokemon card.
Your card, you're full on. You're just any card you own.
Yeah, I'm just revoking all of them. Okay.
Pokemon trainer card.
The Pokemon trainer card, all the Pokemon cards you have, I'm revoking them. That's it. He was able to get his hands on 2 photos from the Pokemon Legends Arceus map and has said that it is coming increasingly clear that Pokemon Legends Arceus may not be a fully open world, but rather segmented open areas like Xenoblade Chronicles to Monster Hunter, etc. Separated into different areas like the wild area / Crown Tundra. Oh, sorry. Separated into different areas like the wild area and Crown Tundra did.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'm fine with.
That's
That
perfect.
sounds good.
yeah, it's
I
super huge. You know,
If
I
you've
picked an
ever
area I want to go with what kind of Pokemon I want. Like if I want to go to the volcano and catch a lava Pokemon,
Yeah.
I can. If I want to go to
Exactly.
the ice area,
Yeah,
that's perfect.
Yeah.
that's what I thought it was gonna be.
Not
do you feel
every
about the new
game
Pokemon?
needs to be Breath of the Wild. Like it's okay to have
Yeah, but John, we've had this.
sections that open up over time.
We've had this discussion. Breath of the Wild was not that good of a
Was.
game, you know.
Yep.
Good Breath of the Wild is this Genshin Impact. I stand by that.
I mean, Genshin Impact is a better game than Breath of the Wild. Okay,
It is.
it is. I'm standing
Yeah.
by that too.
That's why I only put like 25 hours into Breath of the Wild, but I'm somewhere in the 100 hours now of Genshin
Oh my
Impact.
god, that's a lot of hours.
I'm
I
not
haven't
well.
played Breath of the Wild yet, but that's probably why I haven't. Well, I have. I just haven't finished it, and that's probably why.
You don't want to finish.
I've
it.
beaten
It's-
Breath of the Wild like 3 times, and it's once was literally just running to the castle as soon as I could.
Yeah, I've done the Ganon Rush before.
The
It's not that
underwear
bad.
run, yeah, the underwear run's
Yeah.
really good. That's
need
what
to-
I call it when you like beat him in less than a couple hours. The
Yeah.
underwear run.
Yeah.
Logan states that the gameplay description says. Logan states that the gameplay description on the website says completing tasks and raising your rank will gain you access to new areas. In quotes.
Monster
so-
Hunter.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
like every Pokemon game.
Kind of, sort of. I think this is more different than
I'm
the
curious
recent.
because in the most recent trailer they did for it, those have to be gym leaders.
Yeah,
There's
yeah. They would. It's
Those are gym-
more along the lines of
I
like
think
the.
they work like Sun and Moon,
Yeah.
where they had kahunas, and you're like, what is this thing? And then you play them, and you're like, oh, they're gym leaders with a fancier name.
Right, and
Because they
I'm-
also showed
trials.
the new Pokemon,
yes, the scissor. Ooh,
the Scizor version,
The
Size Cipher.
No,
Evolution.
Yeah.
Rock Clippy boy.
Caesar.
no, hold on. The
Okay.
Neither of
Scyther.
these. He's a rock guy.
Is it? It's not Slasher. What is it? It's something
Oh.
like that.
The-
Okay, I'm gonna-
Cleaver. Cleaver. It's
There
an
you go.
Eevee.
That's what it is.
Okay,
It's Cleaver.
finally. I was like, no, he's not
It's-
Caesar. His name
it's-
is literally different.
Yeah, it's Scyther's Hisua. Hisuo?
Hisui.
Hisui
The-
region evolution.
The region is Hisui.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
that just
but he's
becomes
a
the Hoenn
Syrian.
region, right?
No, that
No,
doesn't
it
mean.
Or not
becomes
Hoenn.
the Sinnoh.
Sinnoh, thank you. Hoenn is 3rd gen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Which is basically pretty cool. Like at first when I first saw this, didn't even picture Scyther at all. Like I just thought this was a brand new fucking Pokemon.
Oh, I definitely was like, oh, he has knife arms. He's gotta be Scizor.
Yeah, I was like, this gives me Scyther vibes, but I didn't think it was actually Scyther until I saw something that was like, oh, yeah, that's just Scyther. Or an evolution of Scyther. That's
See,
all.
we keep saying Cipher, and all I can think of is the struggle champion in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Scyther, you know?
Yeah. Oh god. This
My favorite
new Pokemon is going to be a bug and rock type, which is pretty interesting.
That's
That sounds
the,
OP.
So,
combination
other
for bugs.
Let's see. It's 4 times weak to rock.
Yeah.
If
For-
my Pokemon math and
Wait,
knowledge
bug
is there.
rock type?
Yeah,
Wait, rock is weak to rock?
I believe so. Yes.
No, I think rock is
Oh,
weak
yeah.
to ground.
Let
I
me
don't know.
see.
We're getting way into this.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't
we
play
should be.
Pokemon.
Let's
enough
save it
to
for the
know.
Pokemon spoiler show.
it's
I beat
cool.
The Elite Four, and then I duck out. So
It's
on those-
cool
on
that
those
they showed off a new evolution of Scissor. I was about to say of Scyther, and I'm excited for this game to finally come out. I think we're all fine with the.
January 22nd, right?
I think it's March or February. I could be wrong. You could be right.
I thought
but
Arceus
January.
was January.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's January. So it's January 24th, and then Elden Ring is a week after.
Yeah, but who
I have
cares
one-
about Elden Ring?
I have 1 week to beat
Me?
Pokemon.
We don't really care about Elden Ring here, so we're all gonna be playing Pokemon. All right.
Next thing we know, Eric's going to join the chat and be like, now, Ruben, you listen here.
Listen, Eric Ginn, nicest guy. He just doesn't know anything about games. Okay. He thinks Destiny is a good
You think
game.
that Destiny is not the one we should be questioning. It should be Avengers.
I mean, yes, he also thinks Avengers is a good game. You're right.
Hey, some
He
people
almost
like
real
to
game
go
of the
into a
year.
game and just mash one
Oh my
button
God.
over and over and
Listen,
over. And
I love
Oh,
the
you mean
guy.
Kingdom Hearts fans?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I- yes.
right. I feel attacked. I feel attacked. But again, Eric Ginn, if you're listening to this, I love you, man. And I just, come on, just find a better game than Marvel's Avengers.
Find a better game.
Okay.
Do it.
The next story we have here is Ghost Recon is getting a free-to-play Battle Royale. I am pulling this again from IGN. I don't have the link, but it's Matt Purslow from IGN. Ghost Recon Frontline was announced today, a PvP first-person shooter that will be free to play with support for over 100 players. It's an objective-focused spin on the incredibly popular Battle Royale genre. Public play testing will begin this month, but a full release date has yet to be announced. Ghost Recon Frontline's flagship mode is called Expedition, in which 102 players are divided up into teams of 3 to battle for victory on an island map. So it's basically Fortnite plus capture the flag. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm excited.
To win, a team must find and claim 3 pieces of intel, which will allow them to then head to a designated drop zone and extract from the map. When the extraction copter is called, though, other players are alerted and have a chance to attack and steal that team's extraction in order to claim victory for themselves. Oh, not really much capture the flag, just extraction from Call of Duty. Pretty much,
Ooh.
right? Am I wrong? Is that
Yeah, no,
maybe
you're-
just
you're right.
extraction.
okay? All right.
I haven't played either of these games.
Side thing about it though is a cross-platform title Frontline will be available for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC, Stadia, and Luna.
More games should be cross-play.
Yes,
No,
especially
that's true.
games like this.
Because I'm tired of playing fucking Warzone with the guys.
I speaking of Melty Blood, I've been playing Melty Blood, and there's a PS4 version, there's a Switch version, there's a PC version. They're all separate circles that don't intersect at all, which means that there's like 20 people playing the Switch version, and they have to just constantly fight each other over and over again. It's really frustrating. More games should be cross-play, especially when you have a very tiny pools of people. If you're a niche game like Melty Blood, it is so great to just put all of them in the same pool together so that they can just smack each other around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Every game should be crossplay.
It's so funny Ghost Recon dropped this today.
Why?
It
Isn't it Ghost
feels
Recon
so out of nowhere. I know it's the 20th anniversary of Ghost Recon,
It's
but
so
it's
weird.
just it's such a weird thing for them to drop.
All I know is Nick Eden is out there somewhere, and he's cursing.
Crying.
He's cursing at the skies. Why couldn't this be a freaking Tom?
Watch
Clancy
Sam
game?
Fisher's going to show up.
That's
No,
what
he's
I
gonna
meant.
be a skin. Watch it.
Exactly.
That's not. I don't know what the I forget what the Sam Fisher is from.
Splinter Cell?
Splinter Cell.
There you go. That's what I was looking for. Splinter Cell.
Sorry, I made the Metal Gear theme song. I didn't mean to do that.
That's okay. It also says here, where is it? When the extraction helicopter is in order to claim the victory for themselves, is an objective design that sounds like a blend of Ubisoft's own Dark Zone from The Division and Crytek's Hunt Showdown. Never heard of it.
Yeah, it sounds like Hunt Showdown. I was just about to bring up Hunt Showdown.
Yeah.
Good game. Very good game.
Oh,
Podcast
fantastic
I
game.
listened to one of the guys on it is like addicted to Hunt Showdown.
I heard that.
Me and my
before.
boys play a lot of Hunt Showdown. It's a very good game.
Really?
I need to get it on PC. I haven't played it in a while.
Okay.
It's a good game.
Cool. Ubisoft also notes that there are other tactics that can be used to win. Aside from rejecting the last team standing approach to Battle Royale, Ghost Recon Frontline also ignores the idea of a shrinking circle, which is cool. I really dig that.
Oh,
Can I ask a dumb question?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Who's Ubisoft?
No, I know who they are. They're the guys that don't make Rayman games.
Damn.
They don't. It's been
Not anymore.
like 7 years since Rayman Legends. Anyway,
They also don't make Splinter Cell games
is this a battle royale game? Because there's no shrinking circle, there's no last team standing approach.
I mean,
Like, what makes this a battle royale? Does that just
It's a
mean
battle
any,
royale without the battle royale
any-
mechanics.
So it's a battle
is any
royale.
game that just has a big map? This is a mag game, is what I'm saying. This is a massive action game from 2008
This is not mag.
for the
Don't bring up
PlayStation 3.
mag. We're not talking about mag.
256
and don't add
players.
an A to that.
Are we still not healing from Mag's like server shutdown?
What I'm saying though is it's a battle royale in the sense that you are on a small group instead of massive teams fighting for one objective. So instead of
Okay.
having at least if they're doing it like Hunt Showdown, the way that works, it's teams of 2, 8 teams of 2 going up
Oh.
against trying to slay a monster, and everyone is also trying to kill the other players trying to beat you to the objective.
Mhm.
So you have an objective to take, but you have to
Mhm.
kill the other teams trying to also get the objective.
It's kind of like what is it? Scavengers, I think.
Yeah, it's like scavs.
What is that? I don't play many shooters.
Scavengers is a free-to-play game on Steam and Epic Game Store.
Oh, okay.
It's got PvP and PvE elements to it. It's
That
actually
one
pretty
though
fun.
has a terrible.
Yeah,
That one's one of the
I'm
hardest circles in
rereading
the
the
game.
article, and it says 102 players are divided up into teams of 3.
Yeah.
So I know you said 2, Ryan. Just double checking, and it's 3, which is still small teams. I kind of get it. It's a bunch of mini factions as opposed to
Yeah,
like 2.
instead of having two
Okay.
massive factions fighting each other.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I kind of see it now.
Yeah.
It still feels weird that like it doesn't have the like last team standing or like permadeath or a shrinking circle.
Wait, does it not? Permadeath should be there. That should be the main.
Oh,
thing.
okay. I guess permadeath then. I'm just like
Yeah.
sitting here thinking, well, then what makes a battle royale a battle royale?
I would say
Yeah.
permadeath.
Okay.
I would say multiple teams of small groups and permadeath.
Okay.
You need you need 2 of the 3: a shrinking circle, multiple teams, and permadeath. You can pick any of those 2 you want,
But
but you need at least 2.
So I can't just make a game where it's like Animal Crossing, but then the circle shrinks and that's the game.
The island is getting smaller.
the island is getting
Island.
smaller every day unless you come
You can't
back.
shoot each
You
other. You
just
can't
come
interact
back.
with each other. You just gotta figure out who doesn't stand on the drown in the water.
Where am I putting this museum if I can't, if I don't come back, the museum is gone forever.
Well, they're adding the coffee shop to the museum next month. Get ready for that Animal Crossing update, people.
Direct is this week though, or this month, isn't it? It's like on
Yeah.
the 18th.
Anywho,
It's when a character comes out. I don't know. I'll probably be playing that new character in Smash.
we'll find out who that new character in Smash is pretty soon.
Yeah, I
But
don't wanna spoil the
until
story.
then,
Up next.
the Kingdom Hearts series is finally coming to the Switch. Unfortunately,
Unrelated to what I was just talking about.
Unrelated completely.
I don't want to spoil our last topic.
Unfortunately, they're coming as cloud games. Richard, go ahead. Go ahead. What are you gonna let me finish this, or you gonna say something? Okay,
What?
all right. Let me finish this. After Sakurai announced this last Smash character, I don't know who it was. There was one more announcement. Weirdly enough, Nintendo decided to release this info. The Switch is finally getting the whole Kingdom Hearts series as cloud versions, which means you need really, really good internet to play these games. There has not been a release date announced, but this is part of Square Enix announcement for Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary event, which will be in 2022. Fingers crossed for Kingdom Hearts 4. Am I right? Am I right?
We're crossing our fingers because we know there will be a new Kingdom Hearts game.
It
We
won't
don't
be
know
4
if
though.
it'll be 4 because
we're-
they'll just be like, here's a series of letters and numbers. Deal with it.
I
It's
think
coming,
Nomura
but-
said that we were going to get one more game before, like in this act, before we get
I'm okay with that.
I'm going
next.
to make a bold call here.
What's up?
My bold call is going to be a Kyrie game. It's going to be Kyrie will be who you play as.
With the way Melody
I would
Memory
hope so.
went, I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
It's the only game I've
Mhm.
never played.
I think it will be Kyrie, and I think it will be the end of her story because I feel like the other 2 members of the Holy Group have gotten their endings.
And I'm okay with that. Let's get a Birth
Because
by
I got
Sleep
his.
esque game,
Mhm.
So we'll see.
I think.
Give me a Zora game.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like Yozora is like the final boss of KH4 or whatever game he appears in. Like, I feel like that's.
I
gonna
agree with
happen now.
John on this.
It's crazy how we're just gonna see him fighting.
Weird that he's voiced
side
by
by-
Dylan Sprouse.
Yeah, very weird.
Yeah, that's weird. We're trying not to think about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan Sprouse does a lot of voice acting because he's a character in Total War Warhammer.
Yeah,
Ah.
why not? You know,
Who is he in Warhammer?
that's besides the
he's-
point, guys. We're on a tight schedule here. We need to get to the next story. Okay.
It's disappointing that these games are coming to Switch as cloud games, or at least the 1.5, 2.5.
What did we really expect, though? Come on.
Well, no. I'm saying the collection that is all PS2 and PSP games. It's kind of weird that that's coming as a
Well,
cloud
they're-
version.
They're
even the 3DS one.
They're HD
The
collections.
3DS one, the problem is it's also tied in with the Birth by Sleep Fragmentary Passage, which is a KH3 demo.
Yeah.
So it's designed to basically be like a precursor to KH3. I guess they were too lazy and they didn't want to make Dream Drop Distance HD a separate game from Birth by Sleep Fragmentary Passage.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, at that point, like, let's just make them all cloud-based. Who gives a shit? I
And
think some
again,
people give a shit, though, because
if
the
you're
whole point of the Switch is portable.
yeah, but if you're really playing on the Switch, do you really care about these games?
Yes.
No, I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
about-
true.
I don't know.
No.
about
Because I if I'm getting them on the Switch, I wanted them to be portability or like portable. Like I would get making like
So wait
the
for-
Aqua Prologue.
If you want
And-
this, I'm sorry, Richie. Go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off.
No, it's all good. I cut you off multiple times, so I deserve that.
No, go ahead. I'll
But
chime in.
if you have the Aqua Prologue and Kingdom Hearts 3 is cloud based, but if you had like Dream Drop Distance, Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, Chain of Memories, put those on an actual like physical copy, or make them download only,
yeah,
because those
Yeah.
games could run perfectly on the Switch without having it being cloud based. Because I feel like cloud based is going to make them run worse. Because like you said, you have to have really good internet to play those.
It's not even that you have to have really good internet. You have to be wired in for the best experience, and that is literally the opposite of what the Switch is for.
yeah.
It is best, like, if you're like, I'm waiting for Kingdom Hearts on the Switch, it's because you want to play it portably. You don't
Yeah.
want to sit in front of your TV and plug your Switch into the internet to play Kingdom Hearts.
But this
I
is
think that's
where
part of the
we
reason I loved Birth by Sleep so much, is because it was on the PSP. It was a very portable game.
But this is why we have the SWOLED coming out.
So,
My
If
OLED
it-
coming in this week.
Yeah,
I couldn't snag one.
neither could I. Next story is Konami is reportedly working on Metal Gear, Castlevania, and Silent Hill games. But guys, I believe it when I see it. Okay, this is by Joe Screbbles at IGN.
fake name.
Yeah, fake name. Konami is reportedly working on games in the Metal Gear, Castlevania, and Silent Hill series with both internal and external studios attached. Anonymous publishing sources told VGC that Konami is refocusing on developing games with its best love series. Per those same sources, the first of those games will be a reimagining of Castlevania being developed primarily by internal Konami studios. The report adds that Konami is planning is planning remasters of the original Metal Gear Solid games for new consoles, as well as a full remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, which is weird.
Snake Eater.
Why not two?
Well, why not one?
Well,
Why
if I had to
not
pick
Metal Gear, nothing after it, like
Unless they're
the-
doing them in like the chronological order.
order.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah,
then don't name it Metal Gear Solid 3.
No, because if it was chronological, why not start at the original Metal Gear?
Yeah.
Not Solid, because that's a cool place that's never been remade in a modern format before. It's never been in 3D. Why 3?
Who
I think the
knows?
actual answer is there's a pachinko meme that has HD cutscenes for 3 in it.
Right,
God damn.
right.
So
I
you can just
figured.
take those assets, shove them in.
Right, but
I also think if we're going by what is the best ever Metal Gear game, and the one that you don't need as much information to play, it's 3. 3 you can just kind of play.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
It
Yeah,
was my first Metal Gear game.
Yeah. Now
love
that
3.
I was
Lawnmower's
incorrect, it is the chronologically the first game because the ending of 5 leads into the MXX Metal Gears. I
Yep.
was
Mhm.
messed up.
Because doesn't 3 lead into 5?
5 leads into
3 into
those.
Peace Walker into 5, 5 into Metal Gear nothing, Metal Gear 2 nothing, Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Okay. I just got a really bad headache. Just listening
I'm
to that.
Sounds like we're
the
talking about lore.
the sound of a non-Konami studio working on Silent Hill doesn't sound good because that has literally been the last 2 or 3 Silent Hill games, and they've all been varying amounts of disappointing for
You
Silent
mean
Hill fans.
Kojima or Konami?
No,
Because Konami's been making them.
no.
Hasn't
Well,
they?
Konami's been publishing them, but
Mhm.
Silent Hill Downpour, Silent Hill Homecoming were made by outside studios that Konami worked
Oh,
with.
okay. I thought we were still talking about Metal Gear. No, you're very correct
No.
there.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
those
I
games
said
suck.
Silent Hill. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant Kojima and Metal Gear, and I'm like, I agree with that.
No, because Metal Gear Survive it was a train wreck, but that was all Konami.
Yeah, I'm like, that was
Um,
nothing but Konami.
That was bad.
yeah. So I'm just personally, Silent Hill getting worked on by an outside studio has been par for the course in Silent Hill 4, and it's never worked out well. I don't know, cause I don't know if like people are like, we want to make a Silent Hill, and then Konami's like, yeah, but we want to make a Silent Hill for the West, so make it like normie bullshit instead of the stuff that makes Silent Hill unique, or if it's people trying to do their take on Silent Hill that doesn't work. I think it's the first one because Silent Hill Shattered Memories was also worked on by an outside studio, and it was really really good. And it was just a guy going, "Hey, I know what Silent Hill works," and they just let him do it, and he made a really unique take on. It's sort of a remake of the first Silent Hill game.
Yeah, that's what I would do if I was offered to do a Silent Hill game right now. Is I remake 1. I think 1 and 2 could be easily remade into a decent game.
Yeah.
See, I bought the HD remaster of 2 and 3, like the Silent Hill HD collection, and oh my god, if they just update the controls, give them like the Resident Evil remake
Well,
or
the
the
problem,
Resident Evil HD controls, where it's not the tank controls, I'd be fine. I'd be fine with just that.
part of the problem with that collection is that they removed the fog, and that like makes the game severely like less tension.
I
Like
forgot they removed the
yeah,
fog.
they removed the fog because they're like it can run better. We don't need as much. We can increase the draw distance, but it also takes away a lot of the tension. They also completely recast all of the voice actors because they didn't want to pay them a higher fee since they were coming back to voice characters that are now beloved and regarded as wonderful gaming characters. And Konami has a bad habit of doing that, and I don't like them for that reason.
But let's not forget, Castlevania just got an HD collection that was released, and I feel like that's a weird thing to do if you're gonna remake these games. Also, they were Game Boy Advance games, if I'm not mistaken. Like all of
So
them.
yeah,
Are.
they were. It was the advanced collection for the Game Boy Advance, which is Harmony of Discourse, Circle of the Moon, and Ario's Sorrow.
I
So
just feel like if you didn't spend time on those games, remaking those games, you're gonna do a full reboot of the
They're-
Castlevania games.
it wasn't even a
Yeah.
remake; they were just ports. That's all they are.
Right, but if you're gonna port, like, don't even waste time porting them. If you're just going to,
But I don't think they're remaking those games specifically. I think they'll focus on like Castlevania's Symphony of the Night.
understood. But if you're gonna restart, if you're gonna reboot the Castlevania series, what's the point of putting out these games?
Because they've been
They're good
kind of
games,
lost to
right?
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Those
do
are
this
games
after.
that people have
you
been
know?
craving.
Do this after.
Well, all right. Look at it like this: a 2D Metroid is about to come out. People
3D
are
Metroid.
very hyped on Metroidvanias right now.
3D.
Perfect time to put out some very not that expensive, like 4 games for what was it, $20?
$20.
$20? Yeah, that's a great deal to get some of the best Metroidvanias that have ever come out that were non-Metroid games.
They're
I think it's a
Castlevania.
perfect time to put out a game like that.
Okay, all right.
Mhm.
I guess.
I think if they're gonna like reboot any of the handheld games, it would be what's the
DS game.
DS one?
Yeah.
Something in the Moon.
Portrait of Ruin. Um, Order of Ecclesia, or is that?
I think Portrait of Ruin is the one I'm thinking of. That one was like super like hard to get.
We'll see. Many have speculated that remake specialist Bluepoint, which is our next topic of the next story topic for
R.I.P.
would work on an MGS remake, but VGC sources say it's being handled by a Singaporean studio Virtuos, which previously worked on the Switch port of Dark
Be right
Souls
back.
Remastered, among other projects. Before you go, Richie, I'm sorry.
she's gone.
God damn it, I forgot to. Before you go, I wanted to mention this before, but I forgot. If you want the Kingdom Hearts games portable, get the Steam Deck. You know, get them
Yeah.
on Steam. So
They're not on Steam. They're on Epic Game Store.
well, we'll see what happens.
Double whammy.
We'll see what happens. All right, that was it. You can go now. Our next.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good now. Sorry.
Okay. Our next story is PlayStation officially acquires Bluepoint Games, and their next game is planned to be an original, not a remake. And this is being pulled by Jonathan. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't talk. Jonathan Dornbush
like,
from IGN.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Quote straight from Bluepoint. Our next project, we're working on original content right now. We can't talk about what that is, but it's the next step in the evolution for us. Thrush said, noting that even with the remakes like Shadow and Souls, the studio was already partially creating original content. He explained how really the growth of the studio, both in literal numbers of employees as well as types of projects, naturally leads to this next step, especially given the team's pedigree. And man, oh man, say what you want about Bluepoint, but they make beautiful fucking games. Like remakes, I should say.
I've never seen a studio as good as taking a style from a completely different studio and making it gorgeous.
Yeah.
They take some rough games that are. Shadow of the Colossus was a rough game to play.
It was.
Before the remakes. Like, it was great on the PS2. It's one of my favorite games of all time. But playing that in the PS3 era was that did not feel like a good game.
I
hated Shadow of the Colossus and the
What
PS4
the
port.
Watch
No, the original Shadow of the Colossus. I
Okay.
hated it. But for the PS4, I absolutely loved it. I actually had a blast playing that game.
I was
Like, I have shit takes sometimes, guys. Don't worry. I wasn't going to crap on that game.
Okay, good.
like, that's one of the masterpieces of this fucking.
Oh, no, it was absolutely gorgeous on the PS4. I loved every second of it.
And then, literally, the first thing I played when I booted up my PS5 for the first time was Demon Souls, which they did perfectly. That game it's gorgeous. It plays perfectly. It plays just like the original. It's amazing.
Did I ever finish it? No.
I am so interested in seeing what this studio does as its own gameplay style. Like, what is Bluepoint's gameplay style? I'm going to be curious about that. What is a Bluepoint game? Because right now we just know the guys who can make really good, the best mimics of all time.
Yeah.
What's that without a mimic?
We'll find out. Last but not least, the transition from remasters to remakes was to test ourselves and push ourselves harder for the next step, Thrush said, noting that the team was about 15 people during the production of the original God of War collection. Jesus Christ. Right now, it is about 70 employees and grew to 95 people at its peak during Demon Souls, with outsourcing work too. So, before we get into our last news segment, it's time for an ad. Give me a sec, guys. Hold on. Don't shit out on me now. Hold on. 40 seconds. Come on. What the hell?
That's fine.
All right.
Check your phone real quick. I sent you a meme.
You sent me a meme.
I did.
What's a meme?
Arizona's having tornadoes, if that counts as a meme.
What?
Arizona has tornadoes?
Not usually.
The world is ending.
No, just when hot air meets cold air, it causes tornadoes.
I wish we were getting cold air right now.
I saw that episode.
Well, you're the
of-
motherfuckers who are sending it towards us.
Oh, Jesus.
I know we're not fucking getting it.
This
This
is
ad
only
break's gonna be a good
affecting
time.
the areas that I do not live in.
Wait, could somebody check to see if there's an ad going?
There's not an ad.
Are you sure?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm watching the stream.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Oh yeah, let me switch to my other screen.
I don't know why it's not recently.
I have it on my second monitor.
Well, I guess we're not doing this. For
Okay,
some reason,
just cut out the
thumbs
last
up.
45 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm leaving it in there.
Tornadoes
I'm
interesting
leaving
to
it in
anyone?
there. I'm leaving it in there. Smash Brothers Ultimate final DLC character has been revealed to be none other than. Let's find out, guys. Sakurai presented the last DLC character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it is none other than the Kingdom Hearts protagonist, Sora. All right, Sora. If you can believe it. We're all excited about it, but before we go on, we have our first caller question. Let's listen to this caller question, guys. All right, I think I fixed this, so hopefully we should be able to hear it. Okay?
Yo, hello, Penultimate Conquest crew. It is me, Christian, aka ISO Christian. You may know me from the Penultimate Conquest. Anyway, calling in. Let me guess who's on the show. Ruben's over there giving his little his theories and his little ideas and giggling, going wow. And we got John and Richie. I'm sure so hype over this Sora guy. Let me tell you. What's the big deal about Sora? I don't understand it. All he does is fly around his little gummy ship, and he's always talking about Goofy this and Mickey that. I don't get it. All right, but my actual question is, if I'll smash stuff aside, is it worth going back and trying out the Kingdom Hearts story again? Because I've tried with Kingdom Hearts 1, and I just couldn't get past that gameplay. Thought the gummy ship stuff was terrible. Is it worth like pushing past it, and then going into 2? And I guess I don't know. Just let me know if it's worth going back to the series. Try to be as non-fanboy as you can. You know what I mean? Like, think about like where I'm at in my life. Am I gonna enjoy these Disney characters interacting with each other? Let me know. Thanks, guys. Love the show. Love to be on it sometime.
Now, I'm sorry, Richie, but I'm going to have to answer this first. Now, caller, thank you for calling in. I don't really know who you are, but you're welcome to be on the show whenever you want. I would say yes, try these games again. One is definitely a bore. Like, it's just the battle system and the whole game UI in and of itself is just horrible. But I promise you, 2 is probably the best game I've ever played in my life. Okay? 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably the best game I've ever played in my life.
not the second Kingdom Hearts game, Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yes.
They're different.
Yes,
I'll explain later.
they are different. They are different. Yes, but I listen, man. If you want, I'll sit with you and we will play these games together. Okay, I'll help you out if you need help, but just give it another shot. I think you'll really like it. I have nothing but praise for the series. Everybody says this story is so goddamn convoluted. I don't know what they're talking about because I guess they really don't pay attention to when they play video games. Okay, it's not that hard, guys. You just gotta focus, pay attention, listen with your ears.
Don't check your phone during the cutscene.
Don't check your phone during the cutscenes.
Okay.
Throw that phone.
Every cutscene.
Listen, here's what you're going to do with that phone. You're going to bury it in the ground in your backyard. If you don't have a backyard like Ryan, I know you live in freaking Arizona where there's just sand everywhere. Just buried underneath the
One
sand.
could argue that makes it easier to bury a phone.
Yeah,
I
it's
have-
fine.
I have a
It's fine.
garden in my backyard.
Listen. I know it's just sand. It's okay. It's like the sand levels.
I can see the
No,
pumpkins
listen.
growing.
It's like the sand levels in Super Mario. Okay, I know it's just desert. You got those fucking flower things just moving around like zigzagging.
You're right.
Yeah.
And the sun is angry and chasing me anytime I leave my house.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
That sounds like
Yeah.
Arizona.
And with that, I'd like to take the next whack at this question.
Go for it. I will be right back.
Okay, because I completely disagree with you, Ruben. I don't think Christian should play this, or anybody. I think Kingdom Hearts is a game that you had to have grown up on to like. I've watched many friends and many people try and get into this series later in their lives, and it just doesn't work. If you want to understand Kingdom Hearts, honestly, at this point, watch a video essay. Watch like a 3-hour video essay on the lore of it, and you'll get everything you need from Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. I absolutely love it. I've gone and seen the orchestra stuff for it. I was there when they announced the fucking DLC in LA. I love this game. But it's a franchise that I think you need to have that deep-rooted PS2 nostalgia to be able to enjoy it now, because they're not the best made games. They're fun. They're really fun, and but they didn't age well. I nostalgically can play them still and really enjoy myself with them because of that. But if you are dying to have a Kingdom Heart experience, I think, whew, yeah, just watch a video essay. I don't think they're worth the time to go through and play, because you're not. I don't think if you're coming from modern game sensibilities, you're going to enjoy what they are. They're in that weird era of gaming, that PS2 era that's so hard to go back to. Like, it in its retro, and after it's PS3 era, so they're pretty close to modern gaming. But that PS2 Xbox era, it's just hard to go back to any game then, especially Kingdom Hearts. That's really I stand with it.
I'm gonna take the next one if you're done, Ryan.
I'm done.
Okay. If you like the wackiness, if you like over the top, and if you like Disney, I say play it. Like, yeah, if you didn't grow up on it, it's not going to be the same, because the first one came out in North America back in September of 2002.
Yep.
Hold on.
Was it
I
2 or
had it
first
pulled
one?
up on my. Nope. Initial release date for North America was September 17th, 2002. I was in 3rd grade when that game came out. And I rented it from Hollywood Video so many times that the guy at the counter ended up just giving the copy to my mom, because I'd rented the game so many times. I played that game way too much growing up, and I love Kingdom Hearts. It's my favorite franchise of all time. Kingdom Hearts 2 is my number 1 game of all time. Hell, I even have a Kingdom Hearts tattoo. I think if you, like I said, if you like the wackiness, if you like the over the top, and if you just like Disney characters and going through some Disney movies with a mildly different twist, not necessarily super over the top, but mildly different, it's worth the time. The gameplay in Kingdom Hearts 1 is rough, but Kingdom Hearts 2 still plays beautifully. And it plays just as beautiful as it did back on the PS2. Chain of Memories, yeah, watch an essay on that one. You don't really need to play it. You can
How
just
dare
watch
you.
the theater
How
movies
dare you.
for. What's up?
I said, how dare you?
You don't need to play Chain of Memories. Like, I like Chain of
Yeah,
Memories.
but Chain of
I
Memories
love
is a
It's-
Chain of
good.
Memories.
You don't need to play it. You need to know what happens in it.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
need
read
to,
the manga. The manga's fucking great for Chain of Memories.
Actually, yeah. That is
And
the
358 over 2 days. That manga's hilarious.
I feel like you need to watch that.
Oh, the
That's my
manga's even
favorite
better. It
game.
explains more. But it's worth it, in my opinion, to play them, because it is an experience. If you're wanting to skip all the games and just dive straight into 3 for that modern gameplay, they do have the theater thing at the beginning where it's got like a reboot of everything. So I say give it a shot. But you know what, Christian? If you play it and you like it, I'll definitely give Death Stranding another shot.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Richie. John.
Look at you.
So I have an interesting perspective because I did not get into Kingdom Hearts until 2009, because I did not have a PlayStation system until PS3. And so my first Kingdom Hearts game was the meme game 358 Days Over 2 on the Nintendo DS. Because that was
Love
the
that
first
game.
game that came out for a system I owned. Um I don't recommend starting with that game because it's not great anymore. It was a good DS game when it came out. It's not worth going
It's
back to.
rough.
It's
But
rough.
since like because when I was growing up, my friends like told me everything that happened in Kingdom Hearts 1 and everything that happened in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Ironically, when my other friend who was like, "Hey, I really really like Kingdom Hearts. I don't have a DS. I will lend you my PS2 and KH2 if you let me play your DS and Dream Drop this or in 358 over 2 days." I was like, "Sure, absolutely. Pro. That sounds good." Uh and Kingdom Hearts 2 was actually a perfect sequel to 358 over 2 days, a game that came out like 3 years later.
Mhm.
Um but what I'm going to suggest is just play Kingdom Hearts 2
No.
because if you get into the story, it doesn't matter because you skip 2 games that you don't know the story, because if you get into the gameplay, then you can go back and play Kingdom Hearts 1 on super easy baby mode and Chain of Memories also on super easy baby mode, and be understanding that you're building up to the high that is Kingdom Hearts 2, which is especially on the remix HD versions that they made, a better game than the version that I played on PS2.
I
Like,
agree with that.
frame rates have been improved. You can play it at 4K if you're on PC or PS4 Pro or PS5. But even more than that, there's significant gameplay enhancements. There's new abilities that they made specifically for that mode. There's additional cutscenes that flesh out some things. Um,
And it's
so
so much easier to get the Ultima weapon. Oh my god.
Oh
yes,
my
that
god,
too.
it is extremely.
But Kingdom Hearts 2 just has better tutorializing, a much, much, much more interesting set of Disney worlds if you are a child of the mid 2000s. Part of the problem with Kingdom Hearts 1 is you start in Alice in Wonderland, which is eh. Or no. You start in Tarzan, which is eh. You go to Alice in
No, whoa,
Wonderland.
whoa, whoa, no. You start Alice in Wonderland or Olympic Coliseum, and then Tarzan. Tarzan's technically the third world.
I thought it was the first for some reason.
I think it's the one that is the most confusing. Tarzan.
It is. It's a weird
Yeah.
land.
Either way, you don't get to Nightmare Before Christmas until like 3 or 4 worlds later, and it's really that is like the first good world in the game. Peter Pan is kind of better, but most of the Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts 1 kind of suck. Like, not only like they're just like really old movies that aren't
Pinocchio,
super
fucking-
interesting to play in.
Do
But
not
then you
shit
get
on
into-
Tron right now.
No,
I said
Tron
Pinocchio.
is in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
Tron
Oh, I
is
thought
in
you
the
said Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 like had meh worlds.
No. I'm saying
Oh.
when you get into Kingdom Hearts 2, that game is like all good shit. Like
Kingdom Hearts 2 has the best.
Kingdom
world.
Hearts 1 made so much money that Disney was like, do whatever the fuck you want, Nomura. And he was like, okay, then we're going back to Nightmare Before Christmas. I need to do the Christmas version. We're doing Mulan, like Chinese warriors, dragons, the Hun.
Pirates of the
Like,
Caribbean.
that's good shit.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
The fucking mocap port was so
yeah.
bad.
So the Disney worlds are cool. The weapons and like the attacks at your disposal are a lot cooler. The drive form is a really cool mechanic where you can just sacrifice Donald and or Goofy and just be like, I don't need you guys. I'm gonna wield 2 keyblades and just shoot lightning everywhere without even looking and just mash the X button to win. So Kingdom Hearts 2 is the one you should start with. If you don't like the gameplay and you don't care about the story, you can just drop out, because it's not the highest of Kingdom Hearts, but if you can't find something to like about that game, you're not gonna get more from going back or forward. But there is a really great scene called the Battle of 1,000 Heartless,
Oh
where
my
the game is
God.
just the game goes. You're Sora. You're fighting alongside Donald, Goofy, and Stitch shows up and starts blasting with you. And then you go into a new room, and then Cloud shows up, and he's like, "Hey, Sora, you need some help?" And he's like, "Hell yeah!" He doesn't say that because that's a swear and it's for kids, but
Heck
you know.
yeah.
And then you fight back to Cloud, and Cloud is like, "Go on next. I'll take these guys. You get away." And then you fight next to Squall, and Squall is like, "You ready to take these guys on?" And Sora's like, "Yeah, let's go, Squall." You fight next to Squall, and then he's like, "I'll take the rest of these guys. You can go on forward." And then you're fighting next to Tifa, and it just keeps going with like Final Fantasy characters fighting next to Sora, and that is like one of the best moments in video games, period. And if you play through that and you're not impressed, I
You're a
completely
monster.
understand.
No, you're a monster.
Don't, you might as well not keep going.
Let's also address that there's the bromance between Squall and Leon Leon and Cloud when they're back to back fighting each other. You got the Gunblade and you got the Buster Blade. Let's fucking go.
I didn't want to spoil it. I
Oh.
was trying to leave some surprises.
Hey, I'm leaving the surprise out.
Um.
The best boss fight in that game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't-
Oh,
don't-
100%.
Hands down.
But
Dun, dun, dun.
if you enjoy Kingdom Hearts 2 gameplay wise, but then you're like, I don't really care about anything that doesn't have a Disney character in it, then just don't go back. Go forward. Go into Birth by Sleep, which is one of the best video games, action RPGs, period. You can just mash the skip dialogue button until you get to the next fight sequences if that's how you're feeling. Then play Kingdom Hearts 3 and you're good. I think those are all really fun games that have really cool moments. Even if you don't care about Kingdom Hearts story, like there's just really cool boss fights, really cool action sequences, some cute, fun interactions with Disney characters. Like one of my favorite moments in a Kingdom Hearts game is a part where you don't fight. It's where you break Rapunzel out of her tower in Tangled in Kingdom Hearts 3, and she's just like, I just want to look at birds for a bit. And Sora is just an adorable, cutesy person who's just like, you know what sounds really fun? Looking at birds. And so you just play with birds for like 15 minutes, and it's just super wholesome and adorable. And that's part of what made me so excited about the end of this direct is Sakurai shows off the full trailer, which has the gameplay segment that he's like edited and highlights some of the stuff. And halfway through, there's like the battle with Sephiroth, but then the next like 30 seconds is just Sora playing, not fighting, playing with Nintendo characters. He's
Yep.
feeding Kirby's, he's hanging out with the Inkling. There's a shot where he jumps in the air and he's going like this next to Pikachu and
That's great.
and an Inkling. And part of what I love about Sora being in this game and what that whole point, there's a really wonderful shot where he just jumps and does his double jump and he's like swirling in the sky as the background changes between like 4 or 5 different Super Smash Brothers games. The point of Sora ending the Ultimate roster is that Sora is the player. Sora is a teenager just running around all of these worlds having fun. And to me, that's why it's such a special choice to get in. And so, like the mini games, the non-combat parts of where you interact with Disney characters in like a sportsy or non-aggressive way, are some of the highlights of Kingdom Hearts because we don't have many innocent, non-aggressive characters in video games. Like, think of all the characters that people are disappointed being stuck as Mii's or not getting into Smash, like Dante or
Doom Guy.
Kratos, Doom Guy, like super aggressive, angry people that make for cool video games, but you don't want to hang out with in real life. Like if you met them in person, you'd be like, "No, it's kind of a dick. I don't want to talk to him." I'd hang out with Sora in real life. It'd be weird because he's like 16 at his oldest, and I'm in my 30s now. But like, I'd take him out for ice cream, so sea salt ice cream. You know,
Oh my
I'd
God,
see a
sea
new
salt
Marvel
ice
movie
cream.
with him.
Sea salt
Um,
ice cream.
I think that's what's cool, and I think if you're willing to give Kingdom Hearts 2 a chance, and then go if you're interested, because I think a lot of what like Riku goes through is really interesting because Riku starts out as like the edgelord, and he doesn't not become an edgelord. His the conclusion of his story in Chain of Memories is Mickey Mouse saying, "Hey, you can use darkness for good." Like that is his story is not you have to cleanse yourself of darkness. His story is you can accept darkness and use it for good, and use like there is a way to channel righteous anger at like the injustices of life, and I think that's something that really hit home for me about Riku, in his storyline in those games. And definitely, like, for me, it's all worth it because one of the last cutscenes is Sora and a character he hasn't been able to be around with in forever since Kingdom Hearts 1 just getting a moment together. And I
It's
cried during that part. I'm
dude,
sorry.
I always cry.
It was just, it was literally like 11 years of like build up, like
Yeah.
finally getting some what's the word, closure. So this
I-
isn't fake. I'm sorry. I'm this
God
cheesy,
damn it,
but yeah,
Greg. John.
that's why I like
We're gonna cry now. So, I have a quick thing. I watched a video before we did this, and it was from Beat 'em Up Woods, and I love Beat 'em Up Woods. He's probably one of my favorite YouTube content creators. And he says the coolest thing about Sora being the final character is because Sora to Kingdom Hearts is what Mario is to Smash, and that handshake they do at the end of the trailer was these two people of like the most important franchises recognizing it, and it's just like, hey, welcome.
I
And
can't
that
remember.
just what's up.
You can keep going. I just have a thing to say after that.
It just like because Sora, like, he's connecting all of these worlds that throughout his story of Kingdom Hearts, and that's one thing I love is like it gets fucking emotional. Like I cried a lot during Kingdom Hearts, like, and like even scenes I know are gonna happen, I still get emotional at. And also, like, Kingdom Hearts 2 being my favorite game of all time. I've played it so many times. There are scenes I get emotional. I even get emotional when I see my favorite characters show up on screen for the first time in that game.
Yeah, I agree.
Just shout out to Axel. Axel's
I
the
was
best
about
character.
to bring out Axel. Axel's
Like-
my favorite Kingdom Hearts
He was my
character.
favorite when I booted up Chain of Memories and I met him for the first time. He's like, the name's Axel. Got it
Yeah.
memorized. And I was just like, he doesn't even have a voice. It's just text, and I love this guy.
But he was the coolest back then.
Oh, he's still the coolest.
That's
And I will die
massive.
on the hill. Also, Birth by Sleep is just Revenge of the Sith told from different point of views. Just saying.
No,
That's fair.
I can see that.
I
For
think
me, a big thing of what made Kingdom Hearts 3 so great is just like seeing the trio of like the nobodies together,
Yeah.
because there's something
Yeah.
really powerful of like these three characters who are like not even supposed to exist, like not only being reunited, but the main character of the series being like, if what it takes for you to exist is me dying, if what it takes for you to exist is me sacrificing myself, I'm willing to make that sacrifice. I'm willing to make that sacrifice so you exist. It's a strangely powerful thing for a video game to say. Where Mickey and Goofy are in the background. I'm
Okay.
really sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
This is awesome.
I think
Oh,
people
fuck.
make the mistake of thinking that Kingdom Hearts is all about the giant plot devices and the I'm a clone of a clone of a clone and I'm making a huge organization.
Spoilers.
But when you get these great animators to animate what these incredible voice actors put their heart and soul into, it creates some genuinely emotionally captivating moments,
Okay.
even if it is stupid. Sorry.
I have two things I want to say.
Go for it, Ryan.
One is, if you wonder why Sora was the final pick in Smash Bros, just look below me at John. That the emotion he's showing, the emotion people like Cam showed today, the emotion that my roommates heard me scream at 7 a.m. at the top of my lungs and full on cry because of it. This franchise means a lot to everyone, and that's one of the reasons why. And two, how do you end the biggest crossover game of all time with the original crossover king? That's really what it is. At the
You
end of
bring
the
in
day,
a
when
character so powerful that not even Disney like can argue that he can't be in Smash.
yeah,
The amount.
there's not a bigger crossover character than Sora. I mean, he brought together things that I never thought I'd see. Fucking Final Fantasy and Disney. That's the biggest grab bag pull I've ever seen. But
I
for
think-
some reason, it worked so well.
Something that people might not realize about me is that there was a long time where like I was one of those people that was like, man, Kingdom Hearts gameplay is so cool. Why the fuck does it have to be with Disney? I only give a shit about the anime bullshit. I don't want to play a game where like I'm standing next to Donald and Goofy. And then I played Kingdom Hearts 2 and I was like, it's kind of fun. I'll
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
Birth by Sleep. And then by the end of Birth by Sleep, I'm like, what's gonna happen in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance? I gotta find out. When does that game come out? Like, I was fully into it after a while, as you can tell. And like I said, it's if you can just give yourself like a little bit of suspension of disbelief, there are some powerful emotional things that this game can do. And the combat's really cool. So you can summon the genie, and then he goes poof, 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 poof. He shoots magic everywhere.
Okay. With that said, Christian, if that doesn't answer your question, I don't know what will, you know? So I'm going to take that as we all love Sora as the final Smash character.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
It was this other than Minecraft Steve, this was the best fighter pack and characters they could have done. And there's something I've noticed. I'm a big Smash guy. Smash Bros is a very important game to me. And everyone talks about the Smash Bros that there's. Like, you got the guys who played N64, you got the guys who played Melee, the Brawl guy, all that. Ultimate was my Smash Bros. It's the one I played while at the end of high school, college era. The one I remember hours of just sitting on the couch with my close friends playing it. And to see a game like this finally end is one. It's insane. That was one of the most impressive fighting games, one of the most impressive party games, one of the most impressive just games I've ever seen made. Is he took everything everyone loved about his entire franchise and threw it on a board.
Yeah.
And it worked. Let this guy take a break. But the point I was getting at was here. I've watched all of these directs. I watched every one that he does. And the love that he has for almost all these characters. The only time I've never seen him love a character was Minecraft Steve, which I think he was just handed a very nice lump sum of money to put Steve in that game. But otherwise, he puts these 45-minute long directs together about the lore of the character. For fighting game characters, it's about inputs and how that all works. For other ones, it's about his memories with those characters. And to see the final one be Sora, and him be excited that it's Sora. And talk about how Sora's been wanted since the poll in 2016. I remember writing Sora's name for that poll in 2016.
I voted for it.
It's an insane journey that I'm so happy I got to be a part of. I'm so happy I got to play that game as much as I did. One final thing on it, on Smash and that. I was lucky enough to do press because I was a fucking journalism major in college for E3 the year that Smash got announced, and I got to play the first demo of it.
Wow.
And with the first ever mural, that massive mural of Smash Bros. Characters. I remember going into a room and playing it for the first time, being like, "This game's amazing. This is everything Smash was ever meant to be." And that was the first really big thing I ever did, working in journalism and gaming and all that. And so to see it end, it's a heartwarming moment. I'm happy for it.
Damn. Well said.
I have one last thing to say. If you're not following him, go follow Cam Final Mix on Twitter and just watch his reaction. It is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I cried watching it because I was so happy for Cam. Like, I'm excited that Sora's in Smash, but Cam has been the biggest advocate for Sora in Smash that I've ever met. And also, I'm waiting for him to run up and down the street with a Keyblade yelling Sora in Smash. Sora's in Smash. Because he made that promise back when the game came out.
Oh, God. With that being said, it's time for some plugs.
Oh, yeah.
Where can people find you?
I guess I'll take the first one with this.
I said Ryan.
Oh, you
Oh, it
said
didn't come through.
where can people
Oh,
find
sorry,
you?
sorry.
And I'm
Yeah,
just
I
like,
think it cut out.
Sorry.
yeah,
my
you cut out a
apologies.
little bit there. I'm like, I think I'm the first, but all right.
Yes, you are.
People can find me down at Ryan the Lion 3055 on Twitter for mostly anime hot takes and whatever else I've been up to. And be expecting I'll drop the announcement here since this feels like a pretty important and emotional episode for all of us. My first ever video essay will be coming out in the next couple weeks.
What?
What?
A look onto Evangelion. A deep
Wow.
dive.
Fuck.
Okay. Wow. That's a twist and a half. Jesus. Okay.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Now I have to watch Evangelion.
John, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitty
Twitty.
Twitter at Noisy Shark. For some reason, the past couple of weeks, every single day, I've had some kind of like social engagement, so I haven't been able to work on stuff for a bit. But I want to make a review of Neo: The World Ends with You at some point, and then I'll be playing Metroid Dread as soon as my box special edition comes in, and I'll probably have things to say about that. And I want to make a video essay or something on the Metroid series as well. So yeah, that's the stuff that I want to do.
Okay. Cool. Richie, where can people find you?
People can find me over on Twitter at Rich Dolphus or Stats on Stats Lit, where I post about my podcast Stats on Stats or just my hot takes about how Venom 2 is better than the Dark Knight trilogy. I'm surprised I'm not fired for that one.
Trilogy.
I'm sorry. I'm glad that you brought that
The
up
Dark Knight
because this
Rises,
is your
but
last.
Batman Begins is pretty good. There's
The
a part
Dark
See,
where
Knight
Batman Begins
is
is
pretty
good.
good.
I'm
Like
the
what?
Batman.
Eh,
I'm like,
Batman
you know
Begins
what?
is my favorite.
He really is the Batman.
But
I just
You
don't
You can also-
understand. I just don't get it. Continue. Sorry.
you can also find me here on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the next episode of Stats on Stats with special guest author Ryan DeBruin, the author of the Ether Collapse series. And Joel and I are very excited to get to talk with him.
It's crazy how that's your last episode of Stats on Stats.
Ah, fuck. I'll just take it to a new channel.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Luckily for you, I have copyrighted everything, so no joke's on you.
I don't know about that.
I mean, yeah, it's been copyrighted.
When you
Anyway,
join this Facebook, you lose all intellectual rights.
what?
When you join the Facebook group, you lose all intellectual property rights.
And also, if you look on iTunes or podcasts, Apple Podcasts,
Yeah, we're on
it's-
podcast apps now, finally. Thanks, Ruben.
Yes, but it's also copyrighted, so there you go.
Ah,
You're
fuck.
welcome.
That's a good run.
You could find me here maybe tomorrow. I'm not really sure. I don't know what I'm doing this week. It's been a long week, and it's only Tuesday, guys. I'm putting some stuff in the works. Like I said, I'm working on that Spider-Man Far From Home. Ooh, No Way Home. Trailer deep dive.
About 2 years late on the Far From Home.
I was
No
like,
Way
oh,
Home deep dive.
weird.
I am working on some Halloween stuff with a couple of other people. So we'll see how that goes.
Ooh.
Maybe some stream stuff. We'll see. For now.
When we're playing Phasmophobia.
Ooh, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I might have that in the works. Maybe not. Maybe I am.
I don't know.
And finally, just to make sure that it's clear, this week's schedule is going to be just Anime Nation on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
All right? So be there or be square. Because you're not around.
What if I'm both?
Impossible. Have a good night, guys.
Square.